Well, I guess we're live. I hope everyone liked the music and didn't bust out glow sticks in the meantime. Can't afford to pay you back for the glow sticks. But yes, welcome to Lunch Table Live. It is me hosting while Reina has moved to a new secret location that is no longer secret. Before I bring on my co-host, who I had to get from a timeshare program off Twitch, I have to do a sponsor warning. Today's show and or episode was brought to you by Nicolas Cage Universe Loki. Loki always likes Nicolas Cage, and now it's a real thing in the multiverse. He's going to kill me. And with that, let's bring on my co-host, who is...
Hi, I'm Lady FAT-STEVEN. How are you?
I'm going to mute that quickly because that was weird. And then we have, of course, the lovely, the one and only Reina Creole, my boss. The person
Hi, everybody.
who wants to ask for therapy after dealing with me for almost a year.
Oh, no.
Your hair, Brett's.
Oh my God.
I want.
Check my my Instagram. Actually, I picked them up last night. I went down to the Star Wars Galaxy Outpost store at Disney Springs, and I was there kind of live, and I saw these, and in the video said I'm going to have to go back and get them. So I did. I went back and picked it up. So if you want some, let me know. I'll hook you up.
That's my girl. Perfection.
And before we get too much into it, I want to say thank you for giving me your time today. I know you've been busy like crazy, going all over the place. You too, Amanda. I don't know what you were doing, but you've been busy as well. But I would like to say hello to the chat. We have a Polymese Minion. Good morning, all. It's morning somewhere. We have someone named Amanda. I don't know where I've seen her before. We have Dadman Walking, who is now the poll target today. So should we put him in a home in the villages is the question today.
Yes.
I didn't know you could do polls now.
Yeah, if it should pop up. Yeah, it should pop up. Dadman Walking is here going, I'll be nice during the interview, FAT-STEVEN, mostly because Lorena would kick my butt if I got online. Your Mrs. Dadman would kick your butt at this point. We have Snortapoopus Cuber in the chat. Hello, humans and other critters. I haven't seen any critters, but I'm scared.
Hey, Snortapoopus.
And of course, we have Lorena with the hey everyone. I'm so nervous when it comes to interviewing still. I don't even know why. The spot is running. I don't know where to. This is live, and we have, who else do we have here? I saw Monkey Jeebus just starting.
Yep.
There you go.
Hey, Monkey Jeebus.
I will tell you the song afterwards. It is copyright free from the NCS playlist, which means no copyright music. And Mrs. Dadman is here ready to kick ass.
Hello, my dear.
Lipstick gets me. Oh my God.
I love it. The lipstick and the rouge. I love it.
And with that, we're gonna go straight in. First of all, Lorena, what are your memories of lunchtime? Like I've never heard it before over the 9 month period.
My memories of lunchtime at school. Hey, CJ. Hey, CJ. Um, my memories depended on if I wanted to be around people or if I didn't want to be around people. So kind of like in, I guess you call it elementary school, where you have like assigned tables where you have to sit. It's kind of like, do I have to sit next? Yeah, okay, fine. I'll go, sit next to that person. But most of the time I was around kids I liked that I lived near. So we just had fun talking about kind of like, especially cartoons, sugar bomb cereals. Our parents didn't want to buy us, but we wanted, like, that's why Lucky Charms is my favorite cereal, because that's so full of freaking sugar. My parents didn't buy that for me. Further on into like high school, like junior high and high school, it was a little strange. I always wound up when I wanted to deal with people, if I couldn't sit with like my nerd friends that I liked to hang out with, eventually I got sucked into that like popular / athlete kind of table, which was okay. It was okay. It's like that was part of my life too, but nerd culture was also part of my life, and you couldn't cross the streams, back then. That didn't work so well. But when I didn't want to deal with people, I had, my lunch that I brought from home, or lunch that actually happened to be worth buying that day, and I would have a book or something. I remember reading like Splinter of the Mind's Eye or something else that I just wanted to just read for myself and enjoy while I had lunch.
That's awesome. You rumors say you were also a cheerleader, right? But that was only on one live stream, right? Like, there goes the fire.
Let me live that day.
No, I'm never gonna do that because thank you for subscribing, Dylan Campbell, and I hope you enjoy that cup.
Thank you. Yeah, there was a cheerleader thing too, especially when I had to wear my uniform to school to generate school spirit. We had to wear it on Fridays. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, had to wear that, around. Yeah. I did. I actually liked being a cheerleader. I did. That was actually fun.
Since you were a cheerleader, and I know I was a cheerleader, did you notice that our skirts got shorter and shorter and shorter every year, even though the dress code tried to make the clothes longer and longer?
Yeah, it was like if you were a cheerleader, that was the exception. They wanted to make sure you had the short skirt and that the sweaters
everybody could see your
tight as I don't know what. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Make sure you have your bloomers on and make sure you wear pantyhose. Well, I'm not going to get on it. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. For those that don't know what bloomers are, what bloomers are the tight shorts, right? That they gave you as mandatory
like
gym
little
clothes?
Tiny hot pants, that you had to put on. Yeah, so it looked like the bottom of a leotard, pretty much. Like, put the leotard, cut it in half, and put elastic on it. Those were bloomers for.
Oh, so when you get to 5K, it's going to be the bloomer stream. Is that what we're going with? Right? I'm going to shut up now.
I promised I wasn't gonna. I said I was gonna surprise people when I hit those milestones, because I already put my foot in my mouth with the Samba at 3K, and I'm like, what, 6 away from 2.5 right now?
I'm sitting there going, I'm not gonna hit 1K before this happens, and I don't want to wear a leotard ever. But the second question is, was your pizza square or triangle? And I already think I lost this argument. So.
Yeah, the pizza was square in junior high school. Then in high school, if it was a really, really cool day, it was like oblong, because we had French bread pizza.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah.
It was all.
It didn't last.
I would say all of my rectangle.
Yeah, the rectangle pizza, and then you get that end piece that had it like the really nasty crust on both ends. It didn't have enough grease in it, so it wasn't tasty. It wasn't like the pizza you would get from the pizza spot around town with the big, huge New York slices and the pepperoni floating on the grill. Oh my God, yeah, that was some good stuff. Nah, they didn't let us have it.
Monkey Jeebus had a very different lunch. It looks like I would bake edibles and
Oh,
eat them at lunch.
wow, that was a pretty progressive school.
It was. Why is that purple elephant looking at me? Oh,
I bet the water bottles were actually vodka too.
not at my school, no.
No monkeys.
Really? Kyle says I got Domino's pizza for lunch at what?
How did you hook that up? Oh my gosh. We never did. We got, the pizza that was baked by the catering team. And so we get that like either square or like I said, the French bread pizza. We didn't get Domino's or anything like that unless it was after school activities or something like that, extracurricular. Then we get Domino's, but not for lunch, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. For me, it was always triangle slices. We've had this discussion 80 million times. It was pretty much pizza day, give money, come home with form, get your pizza on the Friday. And that's how it goes. And Keely Chow, good morning. I see you in the chat. How are you doing?
Hey,
I don't know.
Roll Tide.
Oh, Purple Valkyrie's Radius. Well, hello, Josh. Hello, Project Storytime. It is so nice to see all of you.
Hello.
Oh my God. Honestly, I really don't know where to start though, but you have just moved and you've been keeping it under wraps, right? And you're almost done. And how happy has that made you? And how much of a pain in the ass was it packing and unpacking and then packing and then unpacking?
I'm not finished quite packing and unpacking because I actually have one more final trip to make back east to clear everything out. Actually this weekend, so I'll be gone for another week.
Yeah, because she left me up here.
I know. I forgot to pack. I forgot to pack Amanda my suitcase, and I forgot to pack a whole bunch of other people. So we need that shrinking that PIM technology to shrink all you guys down and put them in my suitcase. No, but it's a lot of freaking work. I don't like doing it, but I kind of like it because I will permanently be someplace where I really, really want to be. So I love moving from the cold Northeast to down here where it's perpetually hot and rains a lot and there's strange wildlife and everything. But yeah, I really do love being here. So my family's from here. They've been here. I know I keep saying this. It's like they've been here since like 1565. So I get to like research family roots at the same time.
I'm going to quickly interrupt because CJ's trying to be funny. I have a reply for you, sir. I really do.
No.
Where do I know that from?
Craig Ferguson.
That's God.
Yeah,
Craig Ferguson's show was hilarious.
Oh, he has someone has put all the compilation on, so you get all the Sid the Rabbit in like 3 hours long, and you can get like when Jeff, the voice actor, actually went on vacation, you get people like I forget all the names, like Pamela Hines. I can't remember her name, but like they have all these different comedians voicing it, and it's just hilarious to listen. Paula Poundstone, that's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Jeff was my favorite, and I think that was the last like on edge night, like late night show was actually funny until it got replaced by James Corden, and it just out. It's done. It was crap afterwards. You remember that? Yeah. But we do have some new people in the chat. We also Gogo13, a member, also says, "Heyo, hello," and I hope you're having fun.
Hey there.
Keely Chow, always with the Brie Larson is flat and cheesy, not pizza. She should literally do that. She can call it not Delicio and just have her on it. My art teacher tried to rat me out because he knew I didn't lie. I kept saying no, I'm high, and they were stop lying. Why would you do what?
From his
because of the edibles. Okay, I'm losing my mind here. But
Okay.
I'm happy you moved. I know the packing and stuff stopped. I know you've been secretly doing live streams and stuff from the stores and in the parks, and you've been on the Velociraptor, or the Velocicoaster.
Yes.
How many times now, and how many times in the front?
I went twice.
Yeah.
First I was in the middle. Yeah, Keely Chow, it sure as heck is, and I love it. Pinellas County. How many stories do we have of Welcome to Florida from Pinellas County? I think we run to see which county is gonna have the most crazy stories in that
We
particular
literally have an
stream.
anthology, and I should have brought some Skip super chat videos or some little clips for you just in case, because Skip is awesome too. The future culture casino, pretty much.
Yes, that's exactly what he is. But yeah, I rode the Velocicoaster twice. The first time it was in the middle. The second time I rode in the front. And the only reason the second time that I rode in the front was because by the time I got into the Velocicoaster, I saw exactly how you could get in the front row, and was kicking myself that I didn't ask for that before. But I'm actually going to save that for a video, actually, for how you do that. The whole ride it's crazy. I mean, even from when you're waiting in line and, the coaster's going everywhere and people are like screaming and everything. It's great. The voiceovers that they do for the announcement and everything is actually, it sounds like Hammond. It sounds like John Hammond.
Nice.
When he's giving the announcements, like, sorry, we got a delay, but these are wild animals and all of that. And then there's like the pre-show. They did spared no expense. Yeah, actually, they didn't say that line. Spared no expense. Spared no expense, because you feel like you're in Jurassic World, like you're in the park in Jurassic World, like you're in the queue for just one of the rides there in Jurassic Park. And the queue is just amazing. You can ask for a front seat and just wait for the next ride. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But the thing is, it's like a lot of people don't know to like do that. And it's like, no, there's actually a separate line that you ask for actually to get in. So I'll drop it here, because the same thing happened at the Hull coaster years ago. And I said, why are people waiting in a separate line to get in the front row? And then I wrote it and said, oh, that's why.
Before we get into something else quickly, Dadman Walking is trying very hard with a super chat not to be put in a home in the villages. Says, greetings and working from Palatka today. No more Walmart Willie sighting yet. Thanks for all the info for our trip in 2 days.
You're in Palatka. Okay. It's weird to run into people who know where that place is, let alone have been there.
And for that, you will get this, sir.
And he had this. Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
That's pretty much Walmart and Palatka.
That's exactly it. And then at midnight, it turns from like a stick into like a bag of candies and then motorized carts.
Oh, you're welcome, Dadman Walking. No problem. Glad to tell you.
So, do you prefer riding in the front, the middle, or the back of a coaster?
Ladies.
Either the front or the back.
Okay.
The middle.
I'm back. I'm a back person.
The middle of it's like those, because those are two extremes of the coaster, as you know. Because like the front, you get like everything, and it's like everything hits you when you're going, up the incline. You can't see anything. Kind of like in the back, you're just like up in the back, and then it like, it kind of pulls you down.
It's my vertigo that I can't sit in the front, because that first, no.
No, I have to sit in the front. I would rather sit in the front because for two reasons. One, you're going to be finished with the coaster quicker because you're at the front, so you've already seen everything. Secondly, you are not going to get hit by anyone's spit, weave, hair, vomit, iPhone, or anything else that these idiots are trying. You know exactly what I'm talking about too. You're not going to leave it with like a Siri imprint on your forehead.
No, see, you have to learn how to catch that stuff and be like, okay, and this is mine, this is mine,
so
this is mine. Look at all the free stuff I got, guys.
So that's why they put you through a freaking metal detector before you get on that. And from what I've heard, sometimes it does not catch everything.
I'm not answering that question.
CJ.
But so I'm picturing Amanda sitting at the back of the roller coaster with the Mr. Magoo, like the bug net, going, "What am I going to catch on this ride today?"
Baseball glove, baby, baseball glove.
What did the Velocicoaster feel like with inversions, but only
I
a lap
was
bar instead of a
I
shoulder
was
harness?
just gonna say that it feels like you are going to fall out, but you're not. It's the weirdest sensation. It really is, especially, with all the inversions, just like, okay, I feel like I'm going to fall out of the coaster, but you're really not. I think it's that thing between having those zero G moments mixed with the inversion and the force of gravity. So it's a very, very different sensation. With the Hulk coaster, you don't feel like you're going to fall out. You just feel like you're going to get flung like into orbit somewhere. But with the Velocicoaster, you feel that's the
Your butt
weird
feels like it's
feeling.
going to do this, right?
Yeah, it
Every
feels like
time.
you're going to do that, but you're kind of, because when you see Jurassic Park and you see the raptors, they don't run in a straight line. They're like up on stuff, around stuff, to even the camera. You can see that's exactly the way that the coaster is like. And the coaster is supposed to give you the feeling of being out there wild with the velociraptors.
Dadman Walking says, "Holy hand grenades, Batman! I can't tell Aang that. Shut up on the house. You're a horrible dad."
You know what? Don't tell him.
Oh yeah,
I do it too. Don't tell him. Don't tell
oh
him.
my god.
Don't
That's
tell him.
horrible. Although I would do that as well, just because if I had kids, that's the reason why you have kids. They're to do the chores, do the dishes, and to torture them. Because
learn the hard way, or you're not going to have any stories.
Speaking of stories, did you collect any hair when you wrote it?
Oh yes.
No, but I made a look, and I am going to have to say this on my video. I said, I think with all the rides, I'm going to start rating them as, will your wig stay on? Yes or no?
Oh, you could literally make a scale. On a scale of 1 to 10, will you lose your weave, half your weave, or none of your weave?
Because why is it for the warnings for this Velocicoaster, they tell you if you wear prosthetics, you need to secure them, but they don't say anything about if you're wearing a wig, weave, or tube. I get it.
Oh my god. But I'm happy. You look a lot happier. You've been pretty much staying off social media except for a couple things. You've had fun at the parks. I know you've met a couple of the YouTube personalities we've dangled with over the year. But are you excited to start doing back into your format and your scheduling again once you get situated, or do you want another week off?
I'll be glad to get back into the schedule because I kind of miss it. I definitely liked having the time off. I needed to have the time off because things just, and as you know, Fast Steven, things just blew up. If you would have told me maybe about a year ago what my schedule would look like, I guess started before I went on vacation, I would not believe you, because between my shows, between producing on Midnight's Edge for Toxic Femme, between also producing for the Dark Council, it has gone crazy with that. And with my third channel, which is going to be a lifestyle channel around living and doing stuff in Florida, that popping off this summer, it's just been insane. I mean, I liked having the time off, but I do miss it. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it.
Good, because I miss it too. It's a lot of work trying to get this stuff done on a Friday. I don't know how you do it. I love it. But you've also had, like, you're now piquing the interest of like the official Universal parks now. They're like, they popped up in your live stream for Florida. You're being shown on Florida streams by the way you do the Welcome to Florida. It's like you've come a long way in just a year, almost over a year, and you should be proud of everything. I'm just proud of being along for the trip. You've met a lot of people. You've grown as a community when it comes to the people watching, and not a lot of people can do that quick and still be smiling while talking to therapists every other Sunday. So you've done a great job, because you're also working in your real life too, and you're also a mom, right? So you have like a full schedule across the board, and you deserve everything that's coming.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's my ass kissing for 5 minutes.
Well, like I said, she is perfect. So
Oh, you should see me some days. I'm waking up. I'm like, oh my God, who is that without makeup? What did I forget this time? Holy crap. Did it? It's like this is the second time where I've gone to Universal and forgot to pack my freaking wand. And I felt like the worst person in the world. I'm like, I don't have a wand with me. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I know Fat Steven, you've been a big part also in
Is
helping
that a
me as
fat
well.
joke?
Probably, but I think it's okay. I think you're
Oh.
good with it. I think you're
That
good with it.
that fat joke was brought to you by Skelebetus. But you have no more He-Mans to fight, and all you do is eat. Skelebetus. Don't do that. Sorry, I
No,
had to do that.
even
Ew.
from when you're just like, you need an assistant, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah,
I
I
actually
kind of
learned that.
do.
I actually learned that from Gary because Gary was looking for a assistant. Remember before he brought on Lady Gravemaster, right? He was talking about on one of his streams. And then you were like getting really busy, and I just reached out to you. And I guess it was scary because most people, when they get a DM from me back then, was, oh God, what did he send me? And what is it going to be? Because it was one of those pictures that you're just, I can't show this online. But no, you were very respectable and very welcoming, and it was kind of odd to give me that chance because I went from like having this really crappy laptop, my tower died, and from
Mhm.
there I just joined in for the road, and I'm excited for what's coming, and I'm appreciative of everything I've learned and been with you. It's been fantastic. You do a lot, and you don't even realize you're doing it, but you never look back and regret anything. I don't think you regretted anything from when you started becoming a personality to now at all.
Um, no, no, it was the last thing that I expected to have happen. And since it has, I've just had so much fun doing this and connecting with other people, and even more so like bringing other people up with me. Yeah, it's I look and I'm like, holy crap, really? Is that what I do? Yeah. Yeah, but
We
I'm thinking I'm one of those people where I either have to be extremely busy or not doing anything.
we
I
do have
can't be in the
sorry.
middle.
We do have to give this guy who's coughing right now also a quick nod and salute too, because
Mhm.
this is the guy behind the scenes also, like the wizard in Wizard of Oz, who's literally doing a lot of thumbnails and never really asked for anything in return. And CJ, man,
Nah, even when I prompted him, it's just kind of like, no, I'll pretend you didn't ask that. But no, CJ is amazing with doing art because I have zero artistic talent. I'm just like, just come up with whatever you think is best and let me know. But he does so much great stuff. So yeah, he's an integral. I was dead at the time.
yeah, no. You can't say that because now you even join us on the gaming nights and you're like having fun. Man, no, you are definitely, in a way, a part of the team. You're a part of a
Yeah,
lot of channels teams, and you
yeah.
deserve the credit as much as I know you hate compliments.
Because a matter of fact, and yeah, and I'm actually gonna show this. CJ probably get annoyed with me because it's not the final product. But some art that Zevius did for me.
Mm-hmm.
CJ took that art and made the banner for my channel, and it is absolutely
That's clean.
the most freaking awesome banner, just like ever. Ever. So I absolutely love that. So I just wanted to share that. And even Zevius was like, yeah, I like what you did with that.
That's gorgeous.
Those are some
Yeah.
legs. Oh, sorry,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. We
Thank
had him on not
you.
too long ago, and that was a good interview as well. He was
Mhm.
very professional. Keely Shell, that is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited to be using this because my channel, it's like now I've started bringing in the theme park stuff along with everything else. So that just pretty much says it all. So I am really excited what we're going to wind up coming up with in the coming weeks.
I did want to bring up one story. I don't know if you've covered it, but you're a GI Joe fan. We've actually done an episode, and we
You're
actually
a
did
G.I. Joe fan? I
I
didn't know
know,
that.
sarcasm
right?
is still being worked on here, so we're trying our best to do that. You know, we're 90% yes for the poll. So I'm wondering who the two people who voted no don't put him in the home. That's hilarious. But with that, did you guys see this story by chance from Bounding into Comics? And I know it's G.I. Joe related coming with the film.
No, I didn't see the story.
Yeah, I thought it would interest you, and I wanted to put this is from John F. Trent from June 24th, and it's pretty much Larry Hama appears to completely reverse course on why Snake Eyes was white in the comics.
Okay, I'd love to hear this. Because as you know, I am definitely not a fan of this new Snake Eyes.
You mean the one that talks?
Yes, the one that talks, the one where you show his face and that he's not white. I got issue with that.
I just love his blonde hair and blue eyes.
He's not Western because the whole deal was the character was American and an outsider. Thank you, Gogo. Thanks to CJ and Zevius.
Yeah. So pretty much it's like if you remember Hama initially rebuffed the idea that casting Henry Gold and Snake Eyes in the upcoming G.I. Joe Origins would fix the character.
Right.
Hama wrote back in 2019, people are saying that casting Golding fixes the character of Snake Eyes, but I disagree. He continued, I had wanted to keep him ambiguous until Hazard introduced Storm Shadow as the only Asian character and made him a bad guy. I decided to fix that by delving into his background and gradually turning him into a good guy. So that is Snake Eyes is a white guy. This is why Snake Eyes is a white guy.
Are you serious?
And now the comic book creator appears to have done a complete 180 in a promotional piece for the Snake Eyes Origins film with Empire Online. The film's producer, Lorenzo D, whatever the hell that word is, he revealed the film will explore how Snake Eyes gets the name Snake Eyes. Oh, God. He explained, it's the first time we've explored it. Larry Hama, the creator of Snake Eyes, is on many of the decisions. Why would you do that?
Let's see. Here's what I don't like at all. Yeah. Storm Shadow is Cobra. Yeah. Snake Eyes, because the whole deal with Snake Eyes is that Snake Eyes was an outsider. We didn't even know his name. His name was even classified in all of the dossiers and yearbooks and all of that. He became a martial arts expert, so much so that Storm Shadow, who was his brother, pretty much resented the hell out of him. And they were enemies for I don't know how long, because you had this outsider who came in, got into this culture, mastered this culture, and was an outsider the whole time. That was his backstory. That was his origin story. And not knowing who he was under that was part of the mystery. It's like you don't know the person behind the mask. And I want to say there's probably maybe one or two of the comics that I've seen, and it's been years since I've read them, where you didn't really see his face. You just saw that he had blonde hair, but that was the thing. You never saw his face. And that was his origin story. He kept to himself because he felt like an outsider when he was in Asia, and he felt like an outsider when he was back in America, as well as part of the team. He didn't even talk. So to like take all of that lore about Snake Eyes and the character, because he's like my favorite character in G.I. Joe, and just do a 180 like this, to me, it's a slap in the face to every comic book fan of Snake Eyes.
Yeah, and to have Larry Hama go, oh, I don't care, sure, do it this way, just doesn't feel right.
No, especially since he's the one who developed the freaking character.
Because he developed the character, he knew where he was going with it. Because if you read the G.I. Joe comics, he makes Scarlet, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow pretty much front and center of his comics. He really does. And then when he added the fact that Cobra Commander hires Zartan to kill the Master to set them up, which is why Storm Shadow joins Cobra. So he always sets Storm Shadow up to actually be the misunderstood villain who actually turns to the side of good. It was such a great storyline. And being actual, they're not being actual brothers, but brothers in arms because of what they do, showing that it doesn't, even difficulties and misunderstandings can be looked past, and you can still bring back the friendships that you had before. Was a brilliant storyline of being able to connect with each other. And this is just eradicating it all.
I agree. Gogo also brings up a good point. Without that, everything else about him becomes boring. It does. You're literally
It
killing the
does.
excitement. You just ruined your whole movie. The quote in here that bothers me the most, hold on, let me remove that comment quickly, is this thing right here. Not only did D. Bonaventura claim that Hama now asserts that Snake Eyes should have been Asian, but he seemingly made it clear that he's fully behind Golding's casting. On his Facebook, he responded to one follower who stated, "As my English is not very good, but I kind of understand. Master Larry doesn't give an F who plays Snake Eyes. Am I right?" And Hama responded, "No, I care a lot. Henry Golding puts it right.
You
All
know what
right."
that tells me? That
Virtue.
tells me it's a virtue signal. He wants to do like pretty much what mainstream comics is doing right now. It's like that what they've been doing for several years. They no longer care about the characters. They just care about this agenda that they get to push, and they want to be in their little in circle in their own, cocktail parties or whatever. They want to stay in that circle. So of course, he's going to be okay with having Golden cast. But at the same time, fans who have been fans of this character for years and the outside looking in, just like, how can you just turn around and wipe your ass with a character that you took years developing and that
It's like
people fell in love with?
155 and a half issues developing.
Exactly. Just because you want to still be in the in crowd. You're not fooling anybody.
they just Doctor Who'd Snake Eyes if you're going at it from a perspective.
Pretty much. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah. This is also quoted from Larry Hama's Facebook. He wrote, "I really do not understand the continuity of purists. Don't they know that an entire 185 issue timeline to date is a one long retcon, and that I never had a structured long view? I made up the story literally page by page. If I was adhering to the same timeline, all the main characters now would be in their 70s. That doesn't make sense. It's not about, no, that's not it. They're comic book no, they can still live in the same universe and still have multiple storylines. What you pretty much no, you literally just slapped every fan in the face, and you destroyed pretty much any love of that character for the future in a way. That's my opinion. This is what he's doing. He's kissing the filmmaker's ass.
That's
I really
pretty
love
much what it is. It's
yeah,
what he has to. That's what he feels that he has to do, and to try to feed us this line, like Judge Judy is famous for saying, don't pee down my leg and tell me it's raining. And this is what Larry Hama is doing right now. He's saying, "Oh well, I don't understand why you're upset. This could happen, that could happen." What that tells me is you don't understand your own canon. I mean, you're being willfully ignorant.
Even if I made up the story literally page by page, it doesn't matter. These were still your characters. You set the groundwork for them.
Exactly.
And for Snake Eyes, for me, this is one of those things where, yeah, his race kind of does matter because it changes his whole entire background.
It totally matters, especially given that the samurai culture does not look kindly on outsiders or gaijin, and that's exactly what he was. Now, if you would have made Snake Eyes, say for example, if you would have made him Latino American, if you would have made him Black American, that still would have worked because Snake Eyes was always American and he was always going to be an outsider. And you had that built-in conflict, because how is it if you have an outsider that comes in and bests you at your own game? That was it in a nutshell. And what is wrong? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that the person from the outside respects a culture so much that is not their own, that they make it a point to master that?
Because I think what's coming down to is that Larry thinks that if he has, like, let's go look like the blonde hair, blue eyes, white man bag kind of scenario here. Not only is he attacking, I'm using air quotes here, no one can see it. It's pretty much, he maybe is fearing that he'll be cancel cultured by the fact that it's going on the pretenses of white man better than the actual person of the culture. That's the extreme I'm thinking of. I'm not defending Larry. I think this is stupid. You literally just wiped your, like you said, you wiped your ass with your own character.
I totally believe that, because if that was not the case, they would not have race swapped Snake Eyes that way. They wouldn't have done, well, it's still a race swap, but in a way that it just totally invalidates the whole storyline. So you just basically retconned 155 episodes? How many cartoon episodes of the G.I. Joe cartoon?
I will put
Valley.
money down telling you guys this right now. The Snake Eyes from the comic and the Snake Eyes from the cartoon will have more emotion for the fact of the way that they had to draw him in both of those, since he never talked, than we will ever get out of a Snake Eyes that talks and constantly shows his face.
Exactly.
My Fortnite Snake Eye skin has more emotion, is more in line with the comics than this. And it's bad for one thing then, because the other thing I was trying to ask, I wanted to ask this question, because do you think also the reason why they're doing this swap is also so that they can actually have the toy rights and not have to worry about Hasbro at all? Because it's not the same Snake Eyes.
It could be, but I've been pissed at the GI Joe movies since the second one. Pretty much all of them. The first one, I could give them a little bit of a pass because it was the first movie and didn't irritate me too much. But when the second one came down the pike, I think I turned that off after 10 minutes. I said, absolutely freaking hell to the no.
Let's put it. The only good thing out of the second one is Cobra Commander looked like Cobra Commander at least.
This is true.
There was two things: Cobra Commander and the ending credits, because you didn't have to watch the movie.
That's true. That's true. But I just couldn't, as somebody who like read the comics and watched the television shows and had friends that would collect the action figures, I couldn't believe what I was freaking seeing.
CJ says, SJWs don't care. Their mentality is to wait for everyone who remembers the old Snake Eyes to die. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much saying, you guys don't matter. We're going to do it our way now. Monkey Jeebus, I want you to hook me up with that afterwards so we can actually have an interview with him. I would love to talk to Larry Hama.
He's probably just scared. And Monkey Jeebus, I can understand that. The way that the Hollywood culture is, it's like they don't... It's like you either have to be with this woke agenda, or guess what? You're not freaking making any money.
Here's my thing with this. Again, I will always say that yes, diversity is important, but it needs to be done right, not for a cash grab. But the way that these guys are doing it, all they're doing is making other boxes to put people in, and that's where the problem's coming in.
It is.
I agree with you guys, but Monkey, if you can hook that up, most definitely, because we can actually talk. I would love to talk to him with all of us here. That
would be great, because it's just like I was saying, it's like Snake Eyes was my absolute favorite character in G.I. Joe, because he didn't talk. And he had one of those tortured origin stories, I would say, like Wolverine and X-Men,
That's silent issue.
Which I'm still kicking myself in the ass for not picking up. I'm like, why do I want to read this? Fine. And kicking myself for it.
But he was always there for his team. That was also the best part. Like, no matter what, even though you couldn't see what he was saying, the way they drew him, and like it is with his head motions or the way he was able to in his posture, you can tell he understood. You can tell when they were doing, like, let's go for the movie standard, like when they do like the close-ups and the slow close-ups, you can tell it was that thing of understanding, and he was thinking at the same time. You were able to interpret what Snake Eyes was and what he was going to do by how they presented him, not only on screen but on paper. And this and he's going to become unmasked in this, right? So what's the point? You took all the mystery away too. You
exactly.
You everything away from him.
I will say this. Was Ray Park blonde hair, blue eyes? No. Was he a martial artist? Yes. Did he do well in the roles of those movies? I think so. I really do. He kept the mystery. He didn't talk. He kept the mask on, and he projected rather well in that suit. And every time I think of Snake Eyes, all I could think of is when G.I. Joe was first introduced, and when they're in the snow and he gets the radiation poisoning, and that moment where Scarlet and him put their hands up on the ice wall together. The amount of emotions in a cartoon in the 80s for kids. Yeah.
You know what? Hey, Jack of all casualty. You know what, Amanda? You just reminded me of something, because I met Ray Park in person, and that like flipped me out, because when I heard he was going to play Snake Eyes, I'm like, oh, that is absolutely freaking perfect casting. A little short, but okay, we can get around that part.
Right. I think he did in horrible movies. I think he did phenomenal in it.
Yeah, because it's like he's a martial arts, artist. So, it's like it's very easy, to buy him as that. But I just this is gonna end badly. They did this to try to pander to China, and it's just like, why are we gonna? We want to see American movies. What the heck do we want to see this? This isn't going to go over well. I mean, it'll do enough.
People will go see it and they will make their money because
Yeah.
you're going to have the people who do want to see it. Hi, Purple Valkyrie. And then you have the people who will spend. Yes.
Hello, nurse. I have to.
Hello,
nurse. Sorry, I'm done.
But then you're going to have the people who are going to spend the money on it regardless, because people do this, and this is how they make a lot of their money, just so they can rip it apart. They'll spend the money on it to go see it. So they're going to make their money, and then they'll feel like they're justified for it, regardless of what comes back.
Monkey Jeebus says, my friend Benny actually grew up with Ray Park.
Really?
Yeah. Jeebus actually joins on the Babylon 5 shows we do every Monday, right? So he's actually, he actually worked on the Babylon 5 set and actually used to be an old hot tub warehouse. No joke.
Oh my gosh. I loved meeting Ray Park. He was so
nice.
He was fun, especially getting heckled by the other Kiwis that were there from Lord of the Rings. I was like, I didn't see the movie, but I will since I met you now.
See, I haven't met. I've met the voice actress who did the Baroness for the original cartoons, and she was a lovely lady. She signed my the 20th anniversary Baroness figure. She was so lovely to talk to, and like those little moments are awesome. And it's like they've built all this lore. They've been the voice of these characters that we've not only grown up with, that they've been shared with and passed on to generations. And Larry might be scared. I understand there might be reasons behind the decision, but at the end of the day, if it was my character, my canon, my lore, my creation comes first, because in a way it's your kid. It's part of your family. Even if it's a family on paper, you should realize that you have built it a personality, them a personality, a life, living stories. You can't just discredit it because you're scared. And if it is scared, I'm sorry, I do understand, but I just don't agree with it.
It's one of those Hollywood things. So it's like I can understand why he is, but it's like when you get scared like that, it's like, remember, there are fans out here who have enjoyed your character and the storytelling of that character for decades. So it's hard reading all of that when you've been invested in it, for so long. And there's some others that are in the same boat as Larry. It's like they feel this Hollywood pressure to have to, almost
to be able to continue making their money.
Exactly.
And be able to keep making a living, because if they don't conform to what everybody thinks, it's not, they're going to be kicked out of Hollywood, and that's not the way that it should be.
It's not, but it's like you have to understand, once you do that, you really can't expect for the old fans to just roll with it. That's not how it's going to work.
And I didn't mean to upset you or anything, because I thought you would want to like at least see that topic and realize that, like, yeah. And Jack says, funny how Snake Eyes came to be. Creators didn't have enough materials to put accessories on their toys, so they had a plain one, painted black, and say it's a ninja, and voila, Snake Eyes.
That was inventive as heck.
Yeah, the simplest thing is the best answer.
Yeah,
I agree. Dadman Walking is still terrified, and to you too at Purple Valkyrie. I just didn't expect to be the subject of the poll today, especially with the villages. You can thank Amanda for the villages part.
Okay, no joke. So I'm watching the local news, right? And they had like the weather report, how they show like the towns across like Central Florida. Okay, why is it they had one for the villages? I'm like, this is gonna be great living there.
I can't wait for that live stream. You can do like the crocodile hunter, get like kind of accent, like, crikey, today we're gonna do a welcome to Florida. We're gonna watch all the villages and see what happens.
I'm gonna walk into the villages and go to the Walmart and see all the butts.
Just remember,
I'm gonna touch it.
Just remember, you don't want to touch the water fountain. I hear there's crazy stories in that water fountain, as well as multiple diseases. Stay away.
Oh God! And meanwhile, all the Aussies are like, "Oh God, stop talking." Hey, Purple.
She's lovely.
I know, I love her to death.
Yeah, but like, like at least for some reason I don't know. Does it affect you the same way Star Wars has been going on, or even Star Trek? I know how we had the talk about Picard and that little new teaser trailer. Is it affecting you in the same way, or do you think you kind of understand what's going on with Larry and GI Joe?
I'm sorry, I'm going to ask you to repeat the question because I
I
just
talk
read the
very
chat.
fast, and that was ADHD, and I'm trying to slow the hell down right now as I talk even faster. Do you think what the story we just discussed and shared? Do you think it has this? Does it have the same emotional effect to you as like when we're this has happened already to Star Wars and Star Trek, or is it different in a way?
I'm gonna call it the pokey, but they're not gonna poke you with a stick.
It's angry. It's angry.
Oh my god! You know, before I forget, okay. Yesterday, I drove down past Gatorland and was like freaking out because I wanted to get out the car and go in. So I can't wait to check. I can't wait to check that out. Oh my god! No, I still think it's the same because a property that you loved, that you invested, time and effort into, and learning like all the legend behind it and being invested in it, it still hurts when the creators decide for whatever reason to either stomp all over it or wipe their ass with it or turn their back on their own creation. It's like turning their back on their kid in a way. And it still does hurt. And it makes fans angry. I know it makes me angry. And they try to tell us, too bad, get used to the new stuff. Well, some of us don't like the new stuff. I mean, if you like the new stuff, well and good, for you. Go ahead and enjoy the hell out of it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But you've got people out here who we've been with this stuff for like decades. We've spent money. We've made a choice between buying a bag of Skittles and buying a G.I. Joe comic.
Paying our rent or buying a Darth Vader. Oh.
But you get the idea. I mean, even if you go back and just that one live stream where we were just talking about all the G.I. Joe comics that we had and, pulling all this stuff out and, how long that we've had it, it's still upsetting and it's depressing. And I don't think that any fan should remain silent when, this stuff gets trampled on, regardless of what it is. Now, granted, I was not in a Doctor Who, but considering how much Star Wars and Star Trek got trashed, I could totally feel why.
One episode messed up everything.
The whole thing.
I haven't watched Doctor Who since. I have had no energy because I've never really finished all the woman I will not name because it's like Voldemort for Doctor Who.
Yeah,
I'll watch my favorite episodes if I feel like it, but yeah, it's kind of effed up. The same thing when we're looking at how Picard's coming along and we're seeing how it's just there's no respect to canon because it's no longer the canon that's there. They want to turn it into their canon. They want to call it theirs. It's coming from a selfish pretense, but the underlying fact, money and fear of cancellation. It's like a trifecta of being trapped.
It's not, and I forget which stream I was on. Was it Toxic Femme? No, I think I dropped into Midnight's Edge on this, but yeah, Picard. No, it's like he's a robot now. Picard's dead. Why the heck should I care? Why should I care that put him in some body of a robot and you decide to use Q as like a plot device when he was like a one-off. He was brought in specifically to bring something out of the character that he was supposed to be the foil, for. And it was kind of like, oh, it's Q. Something really, really crazy is going to go down and it's going to be fun, in the end. But no, I'm not interested.
I agree, Jeebus. I could not stand Clara either. The way they wrote her over time, it pretty much was trying to the Doctor themselves was an entity that not only protected Earth but protected the universe. He loved Earth in a way. He wasn't meant to be taught how to act more human. And when Clara started doing that whole thing where it became more of the Clara show over the actual Doctor Who, aliens invading or something bad happening and he's there to help or stop it, like all that stuff, it turned into a soap opera in such a bad way that I was just hoping for Clara to die. And I know that sounds horrible. I just wish there was more crows that killed her. I really do.
You know what? Hey, Willie Woodward, I see you in the chat. I see you said something about I'm no fan of Disney retroblasting
Where?
Michael, but 1254 timestamp. But Chicken Little was an original take on the story, and if we're counting Pixar, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, etc. Actually, yes, I was pleasantly surprised by Chicken. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I'm crossing streams.
I was like, Willie's here?
Shame on me.
Yeah, what is that?
Like,
Shame on me.
What is that?
Sorry, I had to check in on my
you
bosses for a
crossed the
minute.
streams, Lorena.
Captain Murphy.
Hi.
Hi. Now, sir, why do you think I should choose you to father my baby?
Huh?
I had to check in on my bosses.
Well, it's good to know that even for her, I'm being sidelined. Even
You made her the guest of honor. She's like, I'm gonna go check out this stream.
Oh, screw Steven. I do this every day. That fat bastard can go somewhere else. I know we're going to wrap up in about 5 minutes and everyone's laughing at me and unsubbing. That's great. Thank you. Rip Dodo. Oh, God, yes. But I have some good news to add on the comic book world, and that is Dan Slott will not return to Spider-Man. Thank God. If only he could stop talking.
Who's this dude?
Nobody cares. That's the point.
Okay, fine. Oh, fine.
Thank you. Purple's laughing at me now too. This is great. Look, look, Dad man. See, even Lorena's cheating on you. Dad man, you're getting close, bro. You're getting close.
You know what? We all cheat. I wouldn't even call it cheating. How many times has it's like I can't watch? It's like I'm in one person's stream. Okay, I need to check out someone else's stream at the same time. You're like 5 tabs open.
All right, and mailman had to do this. He was waiting. He was waiting for this. I got a $5 super sticker of a critical hit. Thank you so much, man. And with that, with that,
Wow.
yeah. That's the only victory you're getting, mailman.
That sticker's hilarious.
Wade doesn't get Dan Slott. Streams are where you find the tasty fit. No, wait, that's not the right one. But yeah, did he pinky swear? I don't know.
Probably not.
If he comes back, I cut off his pinky. What is going on here? Oh, you want to cut off Dan's pinky hair? But pretty much, yeah, he's one of those ones that, like, you know how you have the Twitter comic book mainstreamers who have all gone down to that world of smelling their own farts.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And we have another. Oh, great! What is this? What is this? Is this poop on Steven Day? No, what is this one? Game over. $1.99 super sticker. Jesus, guys, you were waiting for the low blow. Really, Lorena, you have to come back on more often because it seems to be a monetizing miracle right now.
Oh,
pooping on Fat Steven.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But for that, you will definitely get.
I like that.
I was really going to be mean to me. Sorry. You get 2 for 1 just in case another one pops up. I'm sorry. That was Cookie Monster.
Steven decided he's going to hedge his bets with this one.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to. Everyone knows it's in good fun, right? But like, yeah, that's some good news. Everyone got a laugh out of that. I don't care about Dan Slott. Really, I don't think anyone does.
No.
Watch out, Steven. We'll set you on fire in Fortnite. Yeah, I do.
So does Jane Theory. Fire in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Amanda's face. She's like, I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But that's great. I honestly thank you, Lorena, for being the actual interviewee this time.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. This was fun, coming on. I love how you're holding it down while
CJ, she blows people up. There's a difference.
Oh, okay. Okay. See,
weird.
I can't get in a Fortnite. Because if I get in a Fortnite, I'm gonna get into a black hole and forget to do stuff like laundry and bills and go to work and stuff like that. So
And with the $5, I think that's euro or £5 super
£5.
sticker
£5.
of the hippo saying "good game" and clapping, you will also get. Oh my God, there's more. Oh my God, what are you doing to me? With that?
That's right. Blow up those super chats for FAT-STEVEN.
Yeah, blow them up. Yeah. For that, I will most definitely give you.
I love you, I love you. Hey, who's
And we got another one from Dad Man Walking, and it says, "Thanks for no voters."
You've got 20% that said no, Dad.
Check out the Reina's Florida streams to learn about the villages like Rome just before the fall with old people. And with that, hello, Adega. I will give you. Oh my God, I'm running out of super chats now. You'll get the ads.
A FAT-STEVENSEAGAL with 2 Canadian. Drinker was so mean and mocked my fatness and movies. Ah, shut up, you fat fuck.
Where'd ass go?
Oh yeah, you said with the booting off Twitter, right? Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. But before I forget, with regards to Welcome to Florida, because I am still moving and all that other stuff. Hey, Adega Outlaw, the Welcome to Florida live stream, it's going to be since it's been like about a year, and the show on June 11th. We're going to have like a 1-year celebration show. I know I still have to send CJ the thumbnail details, but Mike Barron, the writer of the Florida Man comic, is going to be joining us, and also Drunk 3PO is supposed to be joining us as well.
Nice.
So
Great. So
it's gonna be a hype show.
We're also going to be labeling it "Welcome to Florida." Me. Sorry. Oh, come on. You know exactly what you're laughing. You're shaking your head. Don't make your fingers. He's never gonna watch this show, so it's all good. He doesn't watch. It's like ignored in the dust. You know, that's the theme of the.
Egg, stop.
Ego.
Y'all wrong for that.
I don't know what that means. Let's say that.
Yet funny.
Dabman means. Do you mean July 11th? Yes.
Unless I say June.
Yeah, you did. I just didn't want to get
crap. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's over.
I'm sorry. My brain is on moving stuff and getting stuff done. And next week or week after, I get to have fun with the DMV in Florida, which is not the DMV. It's called the Tax Collector's Office. That's going to be hilarious. But yes, July 11th. July 11th, 1st year anniversary of the Welcome to Florida live streams. It's going to be a hoot.
Oh my God. I can't wait, honestly. Barron's great. I know his book is doing fantastic. You can still actually get it. And you're craving to actually do a coverage of it, and you're waiting for more people to get their book. So if Culture hasn't gotten his yet, or his lunchbox, maybe
he did.
He did?
He's gotten all his stuff. So we should be good.
Did I mention I work with Jay? Well, he has to reply to your DMs first, CJ.
I guess he does. I would assume he does.
He's gonna beat me up too. But this has been great, and I want to personally thank Reina Creole for giving the hour time. We're a little bit over. I know you have to go have lunch. Lady FAT-STEVEN will eventually change her name back to something a little less derogatory to me. And to the chat, to the mods, thank you so much for being here. I don't know who's online right now, but we will be doing something later on. I know TGIF with Pop Culture Minefield has another director in line today. And after that, I will be doing something until Ordsboard has his Mario Kart stream. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Go find somewhere else to be. But remember also to have some fun. Don't be fake, and grift as much hate as you can and make that money. With that, we're out. Bye.
Bye.